Welcome to this week's Maryland's Missing and the Murdered. Maryland's Missing and the Murdered is a weekly YouTube channel that covers the topic of missing and murdered individuals from the state of Maryland. This week I'm talking about the murders committed by Joe Palczynski in 2000. I remember this case very clearly and being awakened in the middle of the night by my grandmother telling me that the police had stormed the house and killed him. Can I just say that Joe Palczynski was a real piece of shit? Can I say that? He had been in and out of jail for abusing his girlfriends. In 1992, he had a 16-hour standoff with police in Idaho. He had caused a miscarriage to one girlfriend. Many restraining orders. In 2000, he was abusing his current girlfriend, Tracy Whitehead. In early March 2000, Tracy moved out and went into hiding, so to speak. She was afraid of Joe Palczynski, known as Joby. When Tracy filed charges for assault, Joe Palczynski knew his probation would be revoked and he would be heading back to jail. On March 6, 2000, Joe Palczynski told his mother, quote, "I can't live no more. I'm gonna have to die," end quote. Tracy's boss, Gloria Shenk, agreed to let her stay with her and her husband, George. On March the 7th, 2000, Joe Palczynski showed up to the Shenk residence in Middle River, Maryland, armed and ready to kidnap Tracy. Joe Palczynski shot and killed both Gloria and George Shenk. As Tracy was being kidnapped and screaming for help, neighbor David Meyers tried to intervene. Unfortunately, David Meyers was also shot and killed. Needless to say, every local police department was looking for Joe Palczynski at that point. He had killed 3 people and kidnapped another. Unfortunately, Joe Palczynski was not done. The following day, on March the 8th, 2000, Joe Palczynski attempted to carjack Jennifer McDonel, but when she would not give up her car, she was shot and killed. Joe Palczynski then decided to hole up with Tracy at a seedy hotel on Route 40. For those not from this area, there are many hotels on Route 40. Most are like the quote, no-tell motel, quote, sort. There in the hotel watching the news, Joe realized his guns were in the stolen car outside. As Joe and Tracy walked outside to get the guns, there was a police officer outside. It was then Tracy decided to run to the cop and Joe fled into the woods. Fast forward to March 17, 2000, with Tracy in hiding with police protection, Joe Palczynski made his way to Dundalk, Maryland, where he invaded the home of Tracy's mother, Lynn Whitehead. Lynn Whitehead lived with her boyfriend, Andrew McCord, and their 12-year-old son, Bradley. Baltimore County Police converged on their Dundalk neighborhood, evacuating neighbors and creating a perimeter around the house. For the next 3 days, Joe Palczynski held them hostage. He would occasionally use 12-year-old Bradley as a shield in front of the doors and windows. Joe would constantly tell police that he wanted to talk to Tracy on the phone, but police were afraid that if that would happen, Joe would kill her mother on the phone for Tracy to hear. On March 21, 2000, Lynn Whitehead decided to take Xanax and drug Joe Palczynski's iced tea. In the early morning, Lynn and Andrew escaped out of the window, leaving a sleeping Bradley in the house. The police knew that they had to go in because they were afraid for Bradley's life if Joe woke up. As police burst in, Joe Palczynski woke up with his guns on his lap. The police shot and killed him. His autopsy revealed that Joe Palczynski was shot 27 times. When all was said and done, Lynn Whitehead and Andrew McCord got a lot of heat in the media for leaving their child in the house while they escaped. Their reasoning is that they knew that the police would go in at that point to rescue Bradley. Andrew McCord and Lynn Whitehead filed a police lawsuit alleging that the police did not protect them. Their lawsuit was thrown out when evidence was presented that they were offered protection, but they turned it down. Thank you for joining me this week. If there is a Maryland's Missing or Murdered case that you would like to see on this channel, email me at marylandsmissing@gmail.com. Music is by Silent Vengeance. Sources will be listed in the outro. Please like and subscribe. Click the bell so you will be notified when the next cases are released. I will see you again next week. Be kind to one another. You never know what will happen tomorrow.